Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, how did we get here? Our world can often feel overwhelming and chaotic, for meaning and for guidance. But what if those answers lay hidden in the very beginning? What if there are certain things about our existence, our beginning, that have been deliberately kept from us, erased from our collective memory? Today we're diving deep into an exploration of humanity's untold past, touching upon the hidden truths that may redefine everything we think we know about our origins. This is Forbidden History. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Picture a time, before even the memory of human history. You're standing at the edge of a vast canvas, about to witness the first brushstrokes of creation. The Bible tells us that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved over the waters. Then came the first words ever spoken into the void. Let there be light. And there was light. These verses paint a vivid picture of a universe plunged into darkness, devoid of life, of form, of definition. Then, as the first rays of dawn pierce the shadows, a profound transformation occurs. Nothingness yields to existence. But behind this familiar beginning lies a mystery, one rarely spoken of in sermons, and yet whispered about by scholars and seekers alike. What truly happened in humanity's first days? For many, the creation narrative found in Genesis serves as a cornerstone of faith. It's a testament to divine power, a declaration of humanity's special place in creation. However, for others, this account raises more questions than it answers. Why, for instance, was there darkness in the beginning? And what exactly was this darkness? Is it simply the absence of light? Some primordial chaos from which the universe emerged? The seas, the land, the stars, each element falling into place like pieces of a celestial puzzle. But what was there before all this? Did a different world exist, one that was reshaped or replaced? Or was this creation an entirely new event, a universe birthed out of nothing? God formed the first man, Adam, from the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. Then God made the first woman, Eve, from Adam's side. They were placed in a paradise called Eden. Life was idyllic. Communion with God was real. It's a single tree they could not touch. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Why was this tree such a focal point? And why was its consumption forbidden? Some hidden consequence to eating from this particular tree. Their relationship with God was irrevocably altered. The idyllic life they once lived was exchanged for one of toil, hardship, and mortality. Many theologians interpret the act of eating the forbidden fruit as a metaphor for humanity, as fall from innocence, a transition from blissful ignorance to a state of heightened awareness. This awareness, however, wasn't just about the knowledge of good and evil. It was also about the recognition of one's own agency, one's ability to make choices and face their consequences. In essence, the story of Adam and Eve, when viewed through this lens, becomes a tale of self-discovery. A journey from dependence to independence, from innocence to experience. This perspective challenges us to examine our own choices and their consequences, prompting us to reflect on whether we, like Adam and Eve, have strayed from a path of simplicity and purity in pursuit of knowledge or power. But the mystery deepens in Genesis 6. It speaks of the sons of God, beings who saw the daughters of men and took them as wives. Their children became mighty men, men of renown. Some believe these were the Nephilim giants, powerful and strange, a blending of the heavenly and earthly. These enigmatic beings are mentioned alongside the Watchers, ethereal entities said to have descended from the heavens. Why is this part of the story so rarely told? Some ancient writings, like the Book of Enoch, describe these beings in detail, teaching humanity forbidden knowledge. Metallurgy, warfare, sorcery. Their influence is said to have ushered in an age of both advancement and corruption. Some scholars contend that these accounts serve as early human attempts to explain the origins of complex societal structures, technological advancements, and the pervasiveness of violence and war. In this interpretation, the narrative serves as a reflection of the human condition, illustrating the struggle between the divine and the demonic, between the aspirations for enlightenment and the realities of human fallibility. The story culminates in the Great Flood, an event described as a divine response to the pervasive corruption and violence that had overtaken the earth. This narrative prompts us to consider the cyclical nature of human behavior, the tendency towards moral decline, and the potential consequences of unchecked ambition and the pursuit of forbidden knowledge. After the flood, the narrative continues with a renewed focus on humanity's relationship with the divine, emphasizing the importance of obedience, faith, and the promise of a restored world. This part of the Genesis account highlights the fragility of human civilization and the enduring power of faith in the face of overwhelming odds. It's a potent reminder of the destructive potential of unchecked human ambition, but also of the possibility of renewal and redemption. But the mystery does not end here. Traces of these giants, these Nephilim, seem to echo through later biblical narratives, most notably in the stories of QAnon and Goliath. The biblical account then becomes a tapestry woven with threads of divine creation, human ambition, the struggle against the giants, and the ultimate triumph of faith. It's a narrative that compels us to confront the darker aspects of our past, to recognize the cyclical nature of human behavior, and to reaffirm the enduring power of faith in the divine in shaping our destiny. Could it be that humanity's earliest days were not just about innocence lost, a battle over who would shape the destiny of mankind, the Creator, or those who defied him? Maybe the stories of the giants, the Nephilim, are not just tales of physical prowess? And maybe, just maybe, this battle is not confined to the pages of ancient texts, but echoes through human history, manifesting in the choices we make, the knowledge we pursue, and the powers we wield. Picture a garden untouched by human hands, a paradise where the trees of life and the knowledge of good and evil stand side by side. It beckons us to a realm where the boundaries between innocence and awareness are blurred. But looming nearby is its enigmatic counterpart, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Here the serpent, that ancient trickster, slithers through the undergrowth, its scales glinting in the dappled sunlight, promising her eyes that will be opened and knowledge that will make her like unto God, partaking of the knowledge that will forever alter the course of human history. The Garden of Eden, with its intertwined trees, becomes a metaphor for the complexities of human existence. The serpent's temptation, therefore, takes on a new dimension. It's not just about eating the forbidden fruit, but about embracing the consequences between the comfort of tradition and the allure of forbidden wisdom. We're invited to reflect on our own choices. What hidden chapters of our history have been deliberately concealed? And how do these buried tales shape our present and our future? Join us next time as we continue to explore the hidden corners of our collective past. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our latest explorations into the forbidden realms of history. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring,